after the COVID-19 pandemic. Speaking during the special occasion, a representative from the Eswatini Tourism Authority, Chanki, mentioned that they are doing an initiative whereby they will involve the youth of Eswatini to make sure that they end in the sector.
The Eswatini Tourism Authority welcomes this year's theme, Rethinking Tourism, as declared by the United Nations World Tourism Organization. We are embracing it as a reiteration need for the strengthened cooperation in magnifying the power of tourism, as well as its influence and impact in improving the lives of the everyday Leswati. Over and above, the tourism sector was identified as a strategic pillar in the country's economic recovery. Therefore, we have had to set new targets to meet the growing demand. And rethinking tourism is a call to reinvent, also our industry. Intentional about pursuing cooperative marketing initiatives and also to focus on empowering the youth.
Mike Ward, the chairman of Hospitality Association of Eswatini, mentioned that they were hit hard by COVID-19, but this is a step further to make sure that the tourism industry is back on its own feet.
And we're going to be meaningful about the rethinking of tourism. Then we really need to get down and have a look at who we are and what we are, so that we can come with a sustainable plan going forward of who and what we should be selling and marketing to different people. And this is what today is all about at the end of the day.
Well, as the business community and as Business Eswatini, we obviously represent a wide range of sectors, all the way through to manufacturing, all the way to services, all the way to hospitality. And hospitality remains one of the most important sectors.
I am Zandile Mpapane for Channel Yemaswati News, visuals by Mxolisi Mavuso, Ezulwini.
The Deputy Prime Minister, Senator Temba Masuku, today was part of scores of people who were part of the state funeral to lay to rest the former Prime Minister for Japan, Shinzo Abe. He was laid to rest today, where his wife handed over ashes of his belongings to the military of Japan as part of the culture of holding a state funeral in honor of someone at the stage that he was holding. Abe was respected even by the monarchy of Japan. Heads of state and their representatives also paid their respect to Abe. Even the deputy minister who was representing His Majesty was seen part of the representatives and heads of state from all over the world.
Lo Prime Minister nekuthuthukisa live nokuthi inkulumo takhe labekade tatsanza kakhulu ukufaka nebantu labasha dikhuluma ngekuthuthukisa nje live laseJapan. Indvodza lekubonakala ukuthi bebayitsanza kakhulu ngale misebenzi yawo lebebayibala lapha kuthe ke nasekuphelile lo msebenzi walo lenkonzo yemgcwabo sekuthuba lokuthi sihambe siyovusela ndlunankulu lokho chuba umlayito kangwane sethula umlayito ukuthi bathe inkosi nendlovukazi nesive nje sonke seMaswati asitoba khalela ngoba sinebudlelwane lobudze naleli vela se eJapan.
His wife also had an opportunity to meet the wife of Shinzo Abe, and also it is stated that there were protests which were meant to disrupt the proceedings of the state funeral, but they were unsuccessful. Due to that, this funeral goes smoothly. In the Channel Yemaswati News. Bye-bye.
It applauded the Kingdom of Eswatini for the work it has done, especially in 95-94, stating that Eswatini is at 94, and although this is applaudable, there is still a long road to go. We have a report. COVID-19 pandemic, which locked down everything, disturbed nature's program of attaining
95% in dealing with HIV and AIDS. This was said by Nature's Communications Officer Siphetile Ngwanyana, who said the SHIMS3 results, which were presented to the Ministry of Health, are evident that most people did not test for HIV because they were forced to stay at home.
Nasicathanisa sibona ukuthi sende kahle kakhulu silive njengoba iSHIMS3 wethu ukuthi siku 96 kulabo 95 bethu. Kanti ke nasikubuka thina lokhu sikuhlatiya mhlawumbe sibuka ukuthi kula 95 wekuqala la sende 94 khona wethu. Sithi noma singa silive leSwatini kodwa solo manje kuyabonakala ukuthi kukhona lapho isala khona ngoba lo wekuqala nje kulo wekuhlola simo sengadi. Sibonile nembala ukuthi COVID-19 tamsile esangede sakhona mhlawumbe kuhambisa kahle lusido luhambelana neHIV esiveni lokungaba mhlawumbe ngiko lokubangela imiphumela ukuthi sive asikakhona.
Ngwanyana further mentioned that they as an organization have started introducing programs that will encourage the youth and males to test for HIV and also encourage those who are already HIV positive to take their treatment.
Sivele sathi ukuthi sivele singene ekulashweni lesilashwako ukuthola ukuthi ligciwane liyathintibala. Kodwa ke sikhona le tinkinga letikhona njengoba nje induna ithi nayithola lemphumela kwabonakala sathi abantu labasha selokubasalela emuva. Ngolapho sifuna nasichubekela
for channel but the news I am Temalayan Lamene with Zandile Mpapane in Babane.
3 suspects were remanded at Matapa police station today escaped, according to Chief Police Information Officer Phindile Vilakati. Murders and other crimes. We have report. The Royal ESWATINI Police Service is pleading with the nation to help them in apprehending suspects who escaped while they were remanded at Matapa police station. This is according to Chief Police Information Officer Superintendent Phindile Vilakati, who mentioned that all the suspects are from the Shiselweni region. She stated that some of the crimes that the suspects are expected to have committed include attempted murder, armed robbery, and other street crimes.
Singamaphoyisa sicela sivese siside kuthola imadvodza lamathathu labaleke namhla ekseni kunglesibili lapha eMathapha police station lapho bekagcinwe khona kulandzela liphenyo lebelisachubeka ngemacala lalichungechunge lahlukene. Lamacala ke afaka ekhathi emacala ekutama kubulala, macala ekuthatha impahla yemuntu noma yebantu ngendluzula lesithi armed robbery kanye nemacala ekutfolakala banetibhamu letingekho emthethweni. Laba bekuneneke ba lineng labo noma ucishe bonke baseshiselweni esifundeni saseshiselweni. Singacela ke ukuthi ihlobo tabo nathi babona tisithinze noma loyo lobatiko awathinze emaphoyisa masinyane. Nabo bekunene siyabakhuthaza ukuthi ababuye emaphoyiseni kungabasita lokho batomela emacala abo njengaloku babekwe lawo macala. Bane information singacela ukuthi athinze yona ashaye yona inhlaba mkhosi emaphoyisa 999 noma bonane noma ke sishayele lobuke emacala esifundeni sakamanzini lokungibathabo hlophe enombolweni let 7606 87 7606 85 siyabonga.
Drivers will be driving Shuko Highway this evening. Police service to drivers as the fact that there was an accident involving a truck that had a fault and oil was spilled inside the road. We have a report.
Motorists who are driving along the Mbabane Oshuk Highway are advised to speed, experiencing mechanic problems at was to Oshuk. An officer said driving at a high speed will cause accidents as the road is slippery, but fire personnel were also found pouring sodas which will help absorb the oil.
Persons ilimate proper shaft sekabo oil lokukhona lekulana basita ukuthi bamane bavale lo oil lesingaku aswathi abamanage babe nekushayela kahle abafika kuleyo ngoyo the bridge now we are emocha
For Channel Mtemandla Minutzandile Mpapane Ngoyoyo.
The ESWATINI Breast Cancer Network today mentioned that as next week is October, they already have a lined up of programs to make sure that Yemaswati are educated on screening early for cancer. This is according to the Executive Director, who's doing an interview with our reporters in Mbabane today. We have a report. As we are left with only a week to October, which is normally a month whereby the ESWATINI Breast Cancer Network raise awareness about testing early for cancer, our reporters today had the opportunity to do an interview with the Executive Director of ESWATINI Breast Cancer Network in Mbabane, who mentioned that they have programs that will make sure that Yemaswati are encouraged to screen early for cancer.
Early detection is key. So ngaleyo ndlela leyo nanyalo nga October solo sihambisa nje leli lo kakhulu Yemaswati asadeli eMaswati onke noma ungibabe noma ungimake buya utawuhlola vuza wemabele kanye nawo wonke lomunye noma wesibeletho ikakhulu nasebantwaneni ngidlavuza siyabona udlangile inhlobo letihlukahlukene siyabona siyakhuthatha nakibo bantwana siyakhuthatha nje wonke ukuthi ingabe emathuba asikho emathuba ukuthi ngaba nemidlavuza sitokhona ukuthi sisheshe silaphe lena October batawukhumbula abalaleli ukuthi siyayisungule ukuthi kube ne launch. Ngicabanga ukuthi nakulo mnyaka lona sitawuhamba khona lapho itawulonjwa baphathi elitiko tempilo sidabe sikanye kanye nabo sichubeke sibe netinhlelo letihlukahlukene yonke lenyanga ya October.
She mentioned that screening early for cancer will enable the patients or other victims to make sure that they get treatment and be healed of cancer. She then emphasized the importance of making sure that people screen for cancer even though it is not October, as cancer is something that should be taken very seriously. I am Zandile Mpapane for Channel Yemaswati News with Demalangeni Dlamini, Mbabane. Welcome back. You're still tuned in at Yemaswati channel. I am Zandile Mpapane. We shall get back to our news bulletin. A hitman that was allegedly hired to kill Apostle Jeremiah Dlamini confessed through WhatsApp messages, according to the apostle who spoke to our reporters in Koyoyo. We have a report. In a rather shocking incident, a hitman was allegedly hired to kill Apostle Jeremiah Dlamini. This was confirmed by Apostle Dlamini today during an interview with our reporters who fed us short evidence through text messages on WhatsApp between him and an alleged hitman. The hitman is said to have been paid 15,000 Malangeni allegedly by somebody very close to Dlamini, who stated that the hitman told him that he couldn't continue with the job as Dlamini in return sent a long audio on WhatsApp warning the alleged hitman and his partners in crime that they will be the one who will die if they try anything. Indeed, at 1 a.m. this morning, Dlamini allegedly received a voice note from the alleged hitman who, in his low tone, apologized to Dlamini, confirming that one of the people who hired him to kill Dlamini died as he was knocked down by a car in South Africa.
Kukhona lo bashayise imoto kulaba bebangathi bamahambela phambili kuloku ngikutshele ngakho ukuthi kuyahlela ushayise imoto nje khona ngala eSouth Africa lamuhla ngo-1 o'clock emini.
Utawubona ngakuthi uNathi Jeremiah uhamba khona emhlabeni ngeke ngihamba ngiyinzawo. My life is in the hand of God. Lo musa lo phakathi kwami does the unthinkable. So what happened was ukuthi idawn ekuseni and then I was compelled to pray in the whole most few hours bathwana ngicela kuthandaza bathi wasebendekile. So phandla ukuthi ngeke amele ukuthi kuze kuyosa because ngiyale ku-10 nayo so ubheka umusa ukuthi uzithi apostoli nami ngingcenye yakho ngihamba sengicela manje ungikhulekele ngicela manje ngithathelele ngingafi.
We had an opportunity to listen to the audio. Dlamini further emphasized that he's protected by the God Almighty and that he will continue to use the gift that was given to him by God and that no one will kill him except God. I am Zandile Mpapane for Channel Yemaswati News, Ngoyoyo. A three-bedroom house was gutted down by fire at Gutseni, and according to family sources, they mentioned that the cause of the fire is a gas cylinder. We have a report.
This incident happened at Gutseni on Saturday, whereby, according to Nothando Dlamini, she stated that the fire was caused by a handy gas whilst they were cooking. Everything inside the house was burnt into ashes. The Ngwenya family is asking for help from the society, especially clothes, blankets, and food.
Ahambile uthana handicase naye nje lapha wabuye ke walayita ihandicase wacicela layita ihandicase wapita lemvotsi yakhe athi handicase asemvotsa ke malume lomfuna athi ilayite wayilayita beka ilayita yabo sike bathi lapho ke yasuka khona lesimoko bekunebamfana la ngekhathi wakhona ke kukhipha bamfana bathi nje yave nje yagcwala indlu yonke sesiyeva nathi sendlini siva bho awuyinde esibakhanza vele bala ngephandle.
Engabe vele kushe kangakanani?
Akushe kakhulu yonke into yabe bashide kakhulu kushe kakhulu kude lokwasala ngathi baphuma nje nalo bakugcokile.
Bekunanje la ngekhathi endlini lokukhulu.
Fridge, imbhede, uma hot drop atimpahla tebamfana certificate kunengi vele. Kunengi noma nemali lo mfati babeka sebenza amafemini.
Those who are willing to help the Ngwenya family can call at 7664527. Reporting for Channel Yemaswati, I am Nondobe Botshabetse with Nothlandla Twala at Gutseni.
Following the fact that we are approaching rainy seasons, the National Disaster Management Agency cautioned the Yemaswati to make sure that they build permanent and strong structures to avoid incidents. We have a report.
As we are approaching the summer season, National Disaster Management Agency urges the Yemaswati to fix their houses, more especially those who stay in stick and mud houses. This was said by NDMA's Communications Officer Wandile Mavuso in an interview with Channel Yemaswati reporters, where he stated that they have observed that most stick and mud houses collapse during this season, which puts people's lives in great danger.
sisati sangalelo langa i-preparedness kwayona leyo. Kwesibili mnethu umva ngacwayisa ukuthi kulabo labahlala etindlini telisaka sicela ukuthi ubhadwe tindlu nyalo isikhathi lesikahle nyalo sokuthi kungabhadwa tindlu ikakhulu kulabo labahlala etindlini telisaka nalabo ke mhlawumbe laba hlala etindlini leti mhlawumbe lothola ukuthi setiyanetha siyacela bekunene ukuthi sikhathi lesikahle lesindlu nayinetha vele kusuke kusho kona ukuthi ayisalungi kahle seyingeke imelane nesehlakalo. Siyacela nje ukuthi sibe seMaswati Center siqiniseke sokuthi tindlu tiyahlolwa tiyalungiswa lapho seyivuta khona seyinetha khona ayilungiswe luphahla emathayela lasavakala ngathi agwabugwabuda sicela ukuthi bawalungise. Siphindze ke siyale ngcele ukuthi imifula itawugcwala. Siyacela Maswati amahle ukuthi kube bede love mandi ngelibhoko uma umfula sowugcwele ungalokothi uwewele umfula losogcwele kulabo labahlala eceleni kwamadamu labahlala eceleni kwemifula nabo siyacela ukuthi banake kakhulu uma imifula noma imvula setine kakhulu. Ungaba kucela nje futhi ukuthi uma selithuma bekune siyacela ukuthi singagijimi silanze imfuyo sigijime emva kwayo. Uma seliqalile lithuma nje siyacela ukuthi sibe seMaswati sibe ngilesihlonipha olukhulu sihlale nganibongebekunene uma sitawubuthana sibe sendlini sibe banenga neliyathuma.
For Channel Yemaswati News, I am Temalangeni Dlamini with Kimali Mafuso in Babane.
Nothula na info lengiyivile nalele ngiyibonako. Ngicela ukukhuluma nje nangemagama ekokuthi buke kwavela liphepha lelithi mina ngidutshuliwe ngise-Riverstone Mall la ngidutshule khona ngithi balandzele babukeli be-Channel Yemaswati Major V akakadutshulwa uyaphila ngikhona ngiyaphila nokuthi sisempini nje la sikhona khona bese ngicondzisana indzaba lebhalwe lekhulunywa ngomoloyi ka Facebook hayi moloyi lo bekashuthala ngoba bebangemathwini nalo lo ngibhalile noma ke lo lokhuluma kabi ngami akusuyele lebekala kimi siqhumene naye sakhuluma lo ngibhala kabi ngilolo shuthela babe magawugawu babe simelana nguye ke lo ngibhala kabi manje soyamangala ukuthi hawu ngani yena ulwatimbi temaphathi noma ulwela babe simelane kimi ungethukile ke ku Facebook ngithi nje ke kuko konke sengibonile ukuthi kuko konke la ngithuka kuko nguye la ngithukako nguye futhi nala ngibhala kabi kubalandzeli bami ngothi babukeli emakhaya lana sisembini lo moloyi lo ngibhale kabi nalo lo ngikhulume kabi ku Facebook manga ukuthi akangwane baletha 3000 ukhuluma nje manga ukhuluma lokho nalokho ngothi balandzeli bami ngicela bathembe mina bangathembi lo munye umuntu ngimi umnikati walomsebenzi lokuthi bangone uyati ukuthi usebenzela sathane la khona akaqhubeke angone mina ngeke ngiyekele kusita eMaswati ngeke ngiyekele futhi usebenda kwekuthi ngiyathuka ngeke futhi ngiyekele kumela live leMaswati ukuthi emakhosi aqine anekuthula.
Well, that's all the news we had for tonight, but before a quick recap of our top breaking headlines. Chief Police Information Officer Superintendent Pindile Velagati confirmed that 3 suspects escaped today at Matsapa Police Station. A hitman that was allegedly hired to kill Apostle Jeremiah confessed through WhatsApp messages. A 3-bedroom house was gutted down by fire at Gutseni. That's all the news we had for tonight. Do have yourselves a beautiful evening. Good night.